is Larry the Barberman, and today we're at Salon International 2017. I have Wahl's European Artistic Director Simon Shaw with me, and Julius is an American Wahl Ambassador, Artistic Ambassador, and we're going to talk about the launch of the new Cordless Wahl Senior. This year, I believe, has made history in a number of ways. One reason, normally America are the first people to get new tools that come out, and this year around Europe, England, we have the Wahl Senior first. So they've called Julius in because of his status, and Simon, being the European Artistic Director, can answer your many questions regarding when you'll be able to get your hands on this wonderful product. So thank you for coming over, guys, and clearing stuff up for me.
It's good. Let's do it. It's going to be the hardest interview ever. We've just finished 3 days at Salon International. So his voices might not be the best, but yeah, it's been a great weekend so far. From a senior point of view, both of us probably at the start of the weekend we expected, but you know, to you guys who are watching this, wherever I've been all weekend, I've said thank you. Thanks to you, our followers, our fans, our users of our product. Without you doing what you do, we cannot maintain this #1 position. 98% of you out there use our products, so thank you. Senior sold out in about 9 trading hours, 500 units. The situation though, the update where we are at the minute from what I've been told, is that the 3,500 stock that's coming in maybe 2 or 3 weeks is already allocated. So that's already been bought, and we're already 1,200 in the red on it. So the Americans can't make it fast enough for us. We got it as a global launch because we were the first company, first subsidiary out of the group that said, you know, we want this, we want it for Salon International, we want to launch new products at big shows, and so they managed to get it ready in time. I think it's available in most, I think Japan's the next country to get it, probably January. I don't know when you guys get it, maybe February, March, I've heard that.
So, yeah.
They've always had the corded senior, where I know a lot of you guys have had the cordless senior, but you've done that through converters or however they've done it, but a lot of English barbers love the senior, as it were, anyway. So
maybe at this point, Julius, you can tell us how the two machines compare, because obviously being in America, you've had experience with the corded one. I felt it myself, and to be fair, I couldn't actually hold it with my thumb, which is unheard of with a cordless machine. Tell me your experience with the cordless Wahl Senior.
I mean, in comparison to the corded Senior itself, whether it be the 5-star or the Sterling or the regular Wahl Pro, it's an impeccable machine. Obviously, one of the staple machines in barbering. High performance, high impact. It's gonna mow through anything from white Caucasian hair to thick curly hair, and the performance is there in regards to if you want to do precision blending, to obviously clip over comb and such practices like that. But when you move on to the corded, I mean, it's almost like me. I only say only because I know people that's been doing hair 25 plus years, right? I've only been doing hair 15 years and 10 years professionally. I have to say, like, I've thought about this since I first saw it. I was like, man, I love this machine, but I wish this machine was cordless. Now 2017, here we are in London town, launching the cordless Senior. Who would have ever thought, right? The cordless Senior. And the power, did they say, is the power the same? I say absolutely not, because you can't compare the powers, but the power is just as impeccable. I'm cutting on stage with it, and it's literally effortless. The hair's coming right off, and what I try to tell people, because you know the Magic Clip did such an amazing job. Cordless Magic Clip did such an amazing job in regards to changing the barber game altogether. You cannot walk into a shop, I don't care what shop you're talking about, salon or barbershop and not see a couple, if not everybody, with cordless magic clips in hand, in barber battles, in competitions, in editorials, in commercials, in non-hair commercials, but you know, self-grooming, whatever it may be. The cordless magic clip changed the game. But what you didn't have in the cordless magic clip, the dream has been fulfilled with the cordless senior, and it's crazy. I'm bringing mine home, and it's cordless. I know everybody at home has been on my line, literally trying to have me bring up a whole box of them home. I'm like, yo, you guys just gotta be patient. We're gonna get it.
Tell them what happened when you tried to buy them from us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody watching this that's in the U.S., you think I'm lying to you when I said, yo, they're really strict on me buying more than one. So
I had the same problem.
Yeah.
I had to fight for my one.
Yeah, so I'm telling you guys, I got mines. I'm gonna enjoy mines. I'm gonna make sure as in my well-deserved spot as a Wahl education team member. I'm gonna make sure that I work out all the opinions and put it through a good run for you guys before we start using it in the U.S. So yeah, it's definitely an honor to have come to the U.S. for one. Come to the U.K. for one, to join a solidified A team that's already been built with Simon and the rest of the U.K. Artistic team, and be the first American Wahl educator to hit the U.K. stage. But secondly, to launch one of the most highly sought after and most talked about clippers to date, if anything, the cordless senior.
So I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to, well, you don't literally have to do it, kind of close your eyes and imagine you wasn't in the fortunate position to be an American artistic ambassador, to come to the UK and get a Wahl Senior. How would you feel if you had to wait and you was a regular dude in America for this machine, knowing what you know about it?
You know what? This is what I was telling people. Obviously, I love fashion, and it's one of the other things I'm highly involved in as well. I tell people like this: you guys are coming at me like I could just get. I'm with Kanye West. I'm trying to get a whole box of Yeezys. You're trying to get a pair of Yeezys before even Yeezy has the Yeezys. You know, so it's kind of like you guys want the cordless senior. I'm trying to get the cordless senior myself. So to be a regular person back at home, I mean, I'm humbled to say I feel you guys. I would love to have them in my hands too if I didn't have them. And all I'm saying is, guys, patience is a virtue. It's well worth the wait. And once you guys get it in your hands, I promise you it's not going to disappoint. It's going to accelerate any ideas you may have in regards to the machine.
So Simon, does Wahl have any more tricks up its sleeve with bringing out more products that's going to generate as much excitement as the Wahl Cordless Senior?
Yeah, I think we've got one in particularly that I kind of, at the minute, we're trying to manipulate which shows we do it. One of the big things that we're doing, Larry, is that whenever, and I think we've done this right in the last 5 years, and you'll know this from coming in, but you'll know being involved in coming to all exhibitions. When you come to Wahl at an exhibition, you expect excitement now. You expect that. I couldn't believe it today when them shutter doors went up and we had barbers running to our stand. It's weird. It is like you've said there. It's like we've created almost like the new iPhone, the Easy trainers. Yeah. We've created that kind of thing, and we have got one particular product that I think could be another game changer. But there's other gems in there that have been outshined by the senior. You know, the Wahl 5-star shaving range, the fade brushes. Yeah. You know, the new straightener and air dryer. The air dryer is absolutely awesome. And I know it's on the female style, but barbers will be using it because it's like.
I felt the power of that thing. Literally, I turned it on and my hand went like this. That power is there. I'm like, yo.
I
didn't even ask you. Like, I wonder if we're even gonna get in the States.
Well, I think there's a global plan with the air dryer and the straightening iron is to look at taking that global. Because, you know, the straightener's like soft touch temperature gauging, and the air dryer's got like the Whispertech silencer on it. But the power, the extra wide nozzle for barbers to use. You know, we've put it under female styling, but wow, and the packaging, you just won't throw it away.
So how does it compare with the D hair dryer?
Oh well, it's different when it don't look like a vacuum. It does look like a stylish hairdryer. So yeah, look, we've got people. There's one particular product though that we know in our mind. We're like, well, it's called this Stargate plan, where we've got clippers for the next 2 or 3 years, designs being worked on, and there's one in particular. I think if we got that out, and technically, is it something slightly different to what we've got? Probably fits in the range where it is, but there's some technical things with it that you can do that's just really neat and cool, and everybody's going to want one. So yeah, we have got some. It's when we release it, probably Barber Connect, looking at the shows that's ready in the UK next year, Manchester shows and things. Are they big enough? Probably. Do you hold it then back for Telford and Connect? Because we've got the big stage at Connect this year, and we think probably then that would be, you know, queuing up 4,000 or 5,000 barbers at Telford. Come and get your new beep 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 clipper.
Got the Hail Caesar with the money sign on there. I'm telling you guys, the weight on this machine is exactly what you're looking for. If you thought the Magic Clip, or here in obviously the UK and Europe, if you thought the Super Taper was a bit too light in your hand, you're used to the corded machine. I know that for a lot of the ones they call real barbers are like, oh, it's too light. I need to feel the weight in my hands. That's what makes me fade good. Well, all that conversation is going to be put to a halt because the weight is there. The weight is there. The aluminum body, with obviously the classic 5-star, seeing your face on there, surgical blade. You can't go wrong. I mean, the battery time on it is just enough for what you need it to do. And the performance is there.
Well, you know, I've been over loads of times, but you know when we launch a product in America, do you get barbers queuing up like you did in the UK, buying 20s and 10s, and you know, and the guys that's like, they're not, well, I don't know if they're retailing on. We did find a few on eBay last night, 185, so somebody was trying to make 60 quid last night on a few, which is fair play, whatever they want to do. But does that happen? People queue up by 20 of one item?
I've seen it. I mean, you know what? I mean, when the Magic Clips launched, every show I'm at, usually Magic Clips are done by day 2. We just put them away, just like how we do here. We just put them away, bring out everything else that's not sold out yet. We'll start using that, and that's. I think again, the Magic Clips aren't gonna be put to a halt now because the senior is out. I tell people, you need the cordless Magic Clip just as much as you're gonna need the senior. You know, it's like.
Because.
Well, for one, I mean, if you want to talk technical, actual specs about it, obviously the blades are different. You got your surgical blade here, which comes on your classic 5-star as is, and your Magic Clip got the devil in the detail. One of my most favorite thing about it, which is obviously the crunch blade, the stagger tooth blade. It's also important for us as barbers to not just buy a clipper just because it looks cool or because it's hype or because the packaging is nice. You have to buy it because you gotta know what you're driving, right? You know, you just don't buy a car. I don't know, some people do, I guess. You just don't buy a car just because it got the black leather interior instead of the chocolate, whatever, right? You want to know, okay, is it the V8 or is it the V12? Are you gonna hop in the E-Class or you hop in the S-Class? You're gonna feel the difference, and you know, that stagger tooth blade is gonna cut totally different from what the surgical blade on here is gonna do, and the power in regards to a little bit less power on the Magic Clip, amped up power on the Cordless Senior is going to be where you're going to see the true difference. You could fade with both of them, obviously, high performance, but for me, whatever the Magic Clip was missing, if you even found anything that you thought was missing, you'll find it in the Cordless Senior instantly. Like, I wasn't having minds until the first cut I did, and I felt it instantly. I was like, oh wow, boom, that's what I'm looking for.
Can you clear up one thing? Because one thing, now that this has gone out at mass, can you just explain how a surgical blade is used on the head?
Well, it's on the scalp. It's on the scalp cutting. What does that mean? Obviously, this is gonna be a precision cutter for your ball fades, your skin fades, whatever it may be called, right? I guess, you know, this is, I guess, off official technical terms, but for me, what I try to explain is, you have your 45-degree bevel blade it curves in, right? That's like on your super taper or your design or whatever it may be. 3 screw compared to 2 screw. Surgical blade for me, you cut more on the ergonomics of 45 out rather than your classic C-stroke, because the blade is not beveled, right? So you're gonna cut different.
Yeah, that's what I want to put across. Yeah, that's what I tell people, which simplifies it. You have to use a surgical blade in exactly the same way you do a trimmer. Because if you try to scoop in with a trimmer, you'll cut the client. So
cut the client, you're gonna
and where it's so sharp as well, you can stab it on the scalp and just do mini strokes, and it will do exactly the same as doing big strokes.
This is what some of the problems we've had with detailers. People using the C-stroke too heavy-handed, and they've ended up cutting people. Which it's not supposed to be used that way. So I think it's a great point to get this across, because it's going to save these guys some hassle when they're using it. Yeah, I mean that goes with anything. Like I think the biggest thing I always hear at the stands is when people bring up their clipper. They go to the show and they treat the show as if it's like a repair clinic, right? They're masking they want to buy new clippers, but really they'll pull out their old ones like, oh well, this thing broke on me like in 2 months. I bought it from you guys, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's not that. It's like you didn't, and sometimes you just hand it to me and it just one quick screw fix, dust that off, oil it, boom, now it's running again. It's you guys gotta buy whatever you're buying. You gotta. I'm not telling you to read the directions or like read the manual, but definitely know what you're buying into, because just like this is like a car. There's an engine in it. There's a battery in it. There's moving parts. You gotta oil it. You gotta maintain it. You gotta keep it clean. It's just like your car. If you don't gas it up, if you don't oil it, you don't put the right service maintenance on it, of course it's gonna break down, right?
Yeah, that's another interesting point there. Oil after every clip. Don't rely on the oil that comes with the clipper in the box in the little tube. Go and buy yourself some Wahl oil to go with it and oil it after every clip. It will maintain your blade and you don't have to keep buying Wahl blades. It will last forever.
3 reasons why we oil as clippers. 1, they'll last longer. 2, they stay sharper. 3, they'll run cooler.
Yes.
And if you don't, then you will have issues and you will have problems. And we give good warranties and 12 months warranties.
Correct.
But when it comes back to us in our service department, we can always tell if the maintenance of the clipper's been poor.
The blade's black where it's been burning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now it's like a browny blue colour.
Yeah, and
just not being maintained properly. So if you do that, and it's not just about it makes it last longer. It's while you're working with it. It's cooler on your skin.
Yeah.
It's going to feel sharper. It's not going to clog up and stop working as much, because it's like grinds that much that it almost stops the revolution or the movement of it.
Yeah, it's just like the car. I mean, I think I always use a car example, because you could drive a car without getting an oil change for a long time, but you could feel it in the car too that like, this car needs an oil change, or this car needs brakes. Your car might still stop, but it probably won't stop the same as it would if you change your brakes on time, right? Same with your clippers. It's like
you're going to need to oil that one a little bit more than what you would do because of the revs.
Yeah.
How many strokes?
6,700.
As opposed to
5,400 on a magic clip.
So obviously the more strokes there are, the more friction there will be if you do not oil it, and the hotter it will get. So don't be crying if it gets really hot and you haven't oiled it, and that's the reason. More power, more maintenance and precision oil.
Sure.
Right, do you guys have any closing words? I think we've covered everything. Simon, maybe you can, you did tell us the dates, middle of November. Availability of the Wahl Senior in the UK.
Yeah, I think if you check your local wholesalers, I think the first stock arrives in probably the first 2 weeks in November, so probably up to the 14th of November. You should start seeing them. It stocks after that until we get a forecast of manufacturing from head office in Sterling, America. Then we can't give a better forecast, but there's going to be a stock available in November. We hope then December, and then a normal when it calms down a little bit. By January, February, there'll be plenty of stock. In every cash and carry that for people to buy the second and third pairs.
Okay, and sorry, just before getting on closing statement from Julius, please can you tell me about this men's method? I'm very curious to know.
Men's method, and we'll do it briefly. Men's method is a college resource that a college buys in to run alongside whichever qualification standards that they choose. So whether that's VCTC, City and Guilds, or any other qualification body that they work with. It's a manual, and so there's 5 books, graduate, undergraduate, it's all written in America. We've developed this over 2 years in America. We do 9 haircuts, 9 fundamental haircuts, they've all got names to them. We basically go in, we do the 2 days training with the college lecturers. They get the merchandise, they get a Wahl Academy plaque for the wall, they get the gowns, they get the imagery. It's even a manual when we've left for the lecturers that day 1, you've had your 2 days training from Wahl. This and when we've took it into colleges, they say, this is like a breath of fresh air. We know how to do it, but we've got real knows where do we start, what do we do, and it's there, and the students get online registration codes, so and then the lecturers can see how many hours Tina's been or Peter's been looking online and researching the Ivy League cut. And we've done something slightly different, is that it's not the usual artistic team that's doing this. You have Geoff Davis, Frank Reimer, Alan and Reece Beak, who are heading up the men's method and going out to the colleges and teaching. So it's very exciting. Too much in depth, maybe another time, but that sums it up really. And summing it up from our point of view, it's been a long 3 days. Never thought I'd do an interview at the end of Salon International, but it's probably just fetched me down a little bit before I drive home. But it's been said to these guys, can't swear on the camera, can I?
Not on us camera, no.
Okay, so I'll sum it up in this way. This is Salon International. We are Salon International.
Noted.
Noted.
And your closing words, Julius?
I mean, like I always say, my first clipper was a Wahl clipper 15 years ago in my mama's kitchen, just trying to help my mama save some money. Cut my little brother's hair, my grandfather's hair, my father's hair, and my own hair. What started off as a chore became a hobby. This hobby became a job, which became my profession, which became my lifestyle. It's not a barber job, it's barber life. And to be representing for such a prestigious company like Wahl is nothing short of amazing. And I know you guys are super excited to get the Wahl Senior in your hand, Cordless Senior in your hand. This trip off the fact that when the Wahl Cordless Magic Clip dropped, it kind of just subtly came in. And the people were like, what is this cordless Magic Clip deal, whatever. And it took some buzz. But once it did, it hit the scene hard. Boom, 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 boom. Now everybody on Magic Clips. Now we just opened up a whole new floodgate to where, it's not even out yet and people want it. And it's really exciting. And like Simon had mentioned to myself and his UK team and like extension of the rest of the Wahl education family that was in town, we were part of history, and I would have never guessed that I would have launched such an amazingly sought after clipper. It could have just been a regular, like, oh yeah, we're coming out with a new senior in a different color. No, we came out with a new machine, and it's absolutely amazing. So hope you guys are excited. I definitely had an amazing time here at Salon International. Thank you very much to, obviously, my Wahl Pro US team, my whole wheat team back home for entrusting in me to represent for you guys. I hope I did an amazing job out here in the UK. Like I always say, it's never goodbye. It's to the next one. Larry the Barber Man, I appreciate you as always. You've been following my journey since I hit the international stage a couple of years ago, and I know it's not never then for this conversation. So to the next one.
Thank you very much, guys. We're out of here.
Well done, guys.